I'm Jenkinson, Caravan industry expert. Welcome to my channel. And welcome to the channel, the Caravan industry expert. Well, got a gorgeous day today, and what I'm looking at is another Knaus. Now, I've done several reviews on the Weinsbergs, and I really like the concept of these Taurus. They're compact, they're quite cheap, although not very well specified, but they're family-friendly layouts usually. And what I'm looking at today is the Knaus Sport. And it's the 400 LK. So basically, it's like the Weinsberg, but slightly more upmarket, if you like, in some respects. So what I'm going to do, a tour around, and basically, we'll give you a full review on it. And is it worth just a tenner short of 20k? Well, I've just had a quick look around previously to doing the recording, and I think this van is very well made, as they generally are. There's a lot of wheels on it, and also you don't get a battery box as such. You've got a locker here, and you've got a TV aerial connector there, because although you haven't got a tele aerial on the top, you can connect it to the sides if need be. And round the other side you've got the cassette loop, your water, which is, you've got an onboard water tank, and your mains inlet, and also, as I said before, the cassette loop. But anyway, you'll see that when I do the guided tour around. But hey, let's getting on in there, because it really is quite pleasant here. I could stand out here all day and have a cup of tea because it's so nice. But let's get in and get on with the job. Right, we're in the little 400 LK, and do you know what? Straight away, this van feels quite nice, to be honest with you. Now, what I'm just having a look at is this layout. I mean, this layout is a very old layout. It's a tried and tested layout, and it sort of lost favour over the years with the UK buyer, but in the continent it's still quite sought after. But anyway, I'll just move these ladders out of the way because I'm going to start at the front end here, to be quite honest. Right, we can move those when we get round to that end. Right, lounge area. Well, straight away, what I do like about this is this flaming great big table. It really is very good. It's a good solid table. You clip it at the end there, and it ends up to fill in the base to make this into a double bed. Now, I'm going to have to get the criticism on this front end over pretty straight, and probably viewers will know that I'm not a fan of these little tiny windows at the front. They just don't do this fan any favours, and they do make it feel a little bit dark inside, if all fairness. And also, while we're at it, curtains, you know, come on. Maybe they could have done a better job with a fake curtain. I really think that looks just a little bit sort of cost cutting or what have you. Seating wise, well, I sat on these cushions before. They're not bad, but they don't offer a great deal of support, to be quite honest. That's rather a shame. And what they've done as a cost saving exercise is they've actually incorporated the board, the bed base, in the cushion. I don't know how good an idea that is. Now on this other side here, there's all the gubbins, basically, water tank and what have you, and I can lift that up. So consequently, that side is pretty much useless for any storage at all whatsoever. On this other side as well, you do get that exterior access locker. Good shelving above. It's strong as well. It's good. Look at that. It's really sturdy stuff. This van does feel very well put together. There's no doubt about it. Decent storage. Now, I've criticised the Winesburg from this massive big frontage here, but this doesn't look as big, and I think basically you're not going to bang your conch on that as you get up, or less likely to. I quite like the shelf here. Again, good deep shelf, lip on here too, so if you forget to move anything off there when you hitch up and go away, it's not going to really go very far. And these quite quirky little lights, LED is quite good. And also, of course, you get some LED lights in the roof as well. Now, I think 4 of you would sit round here, because don't forget, this is like for mum and dad and 2 young kids. And I think really this is a really good size lounge, in all fairness. Good sturdy table, as I said before. Main sockets, well, I can't really find any at the moment, but what I did find was the TV stand here to put your telly on, and the cables, etc. And the cable then goes out through the outside, and I mean, what you'll have to do is you're going to have to use a portable aerial or plumb it into the site's own TV mast. So the front lounge is pretty good. Lots of legroom under there. Really is good legroom. There's no access wrap, so I wouldn't expect that on this, to be quite honest with you. But on the whole, I think this is looking pretty good so far. And it's just giving me ideas. The Sprite Compact, now if you've checked out my review on that, wouldn't that be good to see Swift do something very similar with a Compact to this and this layout? Because it could be done. And I just wish to God they'd do it, but strip it a bit of its equipment and make it more affordable and lighter. God, I'm getting puffed out just saying that. Had to get that off my chest. Right, let's go across to the kitchen. Right, I've just put these blinds down, and look at these are pleated blinds. Now, again, it's like the exterior there, you might have noted the heavy duty corner steadies. On a van like this, you don't need them. And when we go in the washroom after, you'll notice they've got a domestic loo, which is more expensive than the Thetford. I'd be inclined to go into the normal flat screens and blinds, save some money, stick a microwave in, or an oven at least, with the savings, and put a Thetford loo in, and just basic corner steadies, because you don't need it on this van. Right, let's get on with this kitchen. 3 burner hob only. It's not spark ignition, so you'll have to get the old matches out, the old swans. And your sink here is very, very close, as you can see, to your burner. So if you've got anything on there and you're trying to wash it, you could splash it on, you might turn it off, I don't know. Might extinguish it. You would hope not. Now, there's no, I'm saying there's no plug socket. There is up here, it's hidden. Needs to be on the wall really, doesn't it? Let's face it, it needs to be on the side there. Now, when it comes to work surface, as I say, you're pretty limited, and there's no access flap on the sides here, on either side, and I think they could have got away with an access flap here, to be quite honest, and it would have made a big difference. I don't know what you think. Let me know if you agree. You get the latest domestic fridge, of course, and he says, I always do that. So that's enough for family of four, no problem. And you do get these big drawers. Now, that's it. Again, very sturdy. I still think this kitchen could do with really redesigning and putting the sink over there and having the cooker on this side, or vice versa, one of the two. Maybe the cooker over on this side, because, I don't know, will the wind from the door blow it out? Well, you could always put a little thing here, can't you? A little glass thing to help keep it from getting blown off, so I say. Light under the unit there. Again, don't think there's any microwave in here, because there ain't. But good, look at that. That just shuts nicely, doesn't it? And you do get a hikey roof vent over the top here. Now, it's not just a normal small hikey roof vent, which they could have fitted. They've put the larger one in, which you don't see much of these days. It's becoming a bit of a rarity. I presume that's down to cost. But anyway, I think this kitchen would do better just sort of redesigned, to be honest. And I think it would work better. What do you call it? Extension flap on the side there would be ideal. But I mean, these drawers are brilliant. But I think I would take some of that storage away and have a proper oven in there, or a small oven, combined grill, and a proper burner. And you'd have more room then for your sink, wouldn't you? And a drain, and put your drainer on. Right, that's my way of getting about that. Right, I'm going to go take you up to the rear end now, to the bunk bed. Right, look at this. Right, again, look at the size of this table. For two adults sat here, to be quite honest, that table is brilliant. For two kids, it's fantastic, brilliant. And I do like the little shelf you get there as well. And you do get a roof light. And again, you know, the seating is okay. For children, it'd be fine. Again, how long this would be, well, keeps giving support for would be anyone's guess, really. Again, there is storage underneath, good storage as well. Your sleeping bags in. Then the table goes down to make the base of the bed up. And up here, look at these. I mean, this is a really good, just that little idea actually, because what, of course, happens is you press the button in that side, press the button in that side, and this comes down. Now, I put this down before, and to be quite honest, it's not as solid as you'd think, and I think you'd be very limited to what sort of child you could put up there, to be quite honest. Because it's, you know, anything, a child of sort of 5 or 6 is going to start really push it beyond its limits. Again, we've got these sort of silly curtains, and kids will play with them, and I can see those getting damaged. I don't know, see what you think. No lights in this corner here, so this feels quite dark end down here of an evening, although down this bottom end here you do get a light for each bunk, which I do like, and a little shelf piece as well. And they've put a concertina, I can do it, partition. They could have got away, to be quite honest, I think, putting a curtain there. I think it would have just been just as well. It would have been cheaper, and it would have taken a little bit of weight off. But maybe I'm just being a little bit sort of penny pinching and weight saving. Right, now, I think basically, again, this end to be used in the day for kids is brilliant. And I think it just feels very spacious at the back end here. I mean, this van does feel spacious. It feels sort of just a nice little size for a family too. It reminds me very much of my ABI Marauder 400 CT, which was this layout. And we loved that van. It was our first new Caravan and we loved it. Now, also I forgot to mention, was getting to that top bunk, you get some blinking sturdy lads. Look at them, they're real sturdy. Possibly slightly over-engineered, but I can't see where these can go at the moment, so I'm just going to stick them there because this van's only just come in a couple of days ago. Right, look at this bit here. Look, I just like this here by the kitchen because look, there's for such compact tourer. This feels spacious inside. Anyway, let's crack on with the washroom. This washroom is really well kitted out. You've got the domestic loo in there. You've got a decent sink, and it all feels, look at it, it feels really nicely done. I like all this, it just feels so well finished. And plus you get a decent sized washroom window too, and some LED lights at the top, and another, should I say another, a roof vent there too. Now you've got a mirror there, and you've got some great storage in there. Just like the way it feels, very solid. And also there's the domestic loo. Again, a Thetford loo I think would have been perfectly adequate in here and saved a few quid. Look at that, you got some more storage here. Maybe an extra shelf could have been put in there maybe. But hey, it's pretty good for the size of the washroom. You could shower in there without any problem, I think, up to a point. Obviously got a shower curtain and trying to keep everything dry. But I think a lot of people won't be using the shower in here, to be quite honest. They'll use site facilities. And there's also hidden just under there a blown warm air outlet. So I think full marks to this because it is a very upmarket washroom. It feels well done, well made, and well designed and practical. Right, let's crack into that wardrobe in a minute and see for that extra storage, because overall this van has a lot of good storage. Well, here we go. Now then, I think that's a pretty decent sized wardrobe. That's bigger than some wardrobes on some bigger vans, to be quite honest. I think it's really good. Some good hanging space there. Now, I think the Truma heater's underneath here, but you've got some storage there. I thought it might have been a shelf, a small drawer, but there isn't. But no matter, I think there's enough storage in here, to be quite honest. It really is good. So I think for 4 family, be great. And also what I do like is, as well, not keen on these things, they are a bit of a job to shut anyway, sorry about that. What I do like is the way the wardrobe has been pushed back, because what it does do, of course, even those couple of inches here, makes a big difference on the floor space here. So if someone's getting up, they're not going to be in the way as in Hollywood, because, you know, if that was all level, it would make it quite narrow. So that's pretty good. Right, I think it's time for a summary. Oh, I think I mentioned the roof vent, didn't I? The big hikey roof vent, yeah I did. Right, okay, let's have a summary. Okay, let's have a summary. Now, I'm sitting here and it's quite comfortable, to be quite honest. What do I think? I think this has got quite a lot of potential. The door's not on the UK side, and whether that's going to happen for UK main vans, I don't know. This might be a rogue one that's coming. It may not be. It may still be on that side. I think the build quality is very good. There's no doubt about it. That front lounge is a good size. The overhead locker isn't too much over where it just bashes your head. There is a plug socket down there as well. I've just noticed on this, and it's in a stupid place. It's actually underneath the locker. So these things like the main sockets need to be put down where they're more accessible. Plus as well, there's only a couple of main sockets in this van, and it needs to at least 4 main sockets as far as I'm concerned. Washroom is a good size, for the size of the van, but it's so well executed. It's really very good. Again, it's down to the fact it's practical, but it looks really stylish, and it all feels very well finished. The rear dinette here again is good. That's spacious, and I like this idea as well with the little pockets at the top. The door isn't a stable door, but hey, I can put up with that for the time being. As I say, I would rearrange that kitchen area and I would have a flap on there. And the curtains are definitely, for me, a definite no-no. The exterior, it's not the most exciting, but it looks a bit better than the Weinsberg. And it'd be great to have a bigger front window. You know, us Brits like to go and have a look out and see what's happening on site. And same with the back window, it could do with being slightly bit bigger maybe, another couple of inches wider. But the van styling on the whole, it's not too bad. I like the back panel, I like the LED lighting, that type of thing. All your service points are on that other side. And you've got this side locker to just chuck stuff in at your front, under your front seat base. But of course, then you're eating into that. But you do have a gas locker at the front here. So consequently, you will be able to store some stuff. So, I think this is a great van for somebody who is probably, as I say, 1 to 2 children, put an awning on it, or at least a porch on it, and it would really be a very usable van. What I do say is, why can't a UK manufacturer come and do something like this? We've got the eldest with a 304. And that works well, but they've not really done much with that. And I think I could, you know, I think if I was the eldest, I'd be saying, look lads, shall we have a few design configurations? And this is one configuration I would use. And if I was at Swift, I'd say, you know what, that compact, we can actually make that into a 4-berth. Luna did that once with the Arriva. It didn't sell very well, but that was a bit of a time when this layout had gone out of fashion, really, in such a compact van. I think with lighter cars, electric cars, smaller tours like this will make the day with some caravanners. And also, you know, we don't all want to be lugging our big lounges around behind us and things. So I think it's very practical. It's quite well thought of. Say, kitchen needs redoing as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you've got any different comments, please tell me. But on the whole, it feels a very sturdy van. My only other thing that put me off is resale values later on in a few years' time. And also the door is not on the right side. Alloy wheels, it's not a big major thing, but it would be nice to see them on. As I say, get rid of the heavy duty cornerstead domestic loo, and the savings there, you could probably do that. And again, these blinds are great. Now you see, I was just saying about the pleated blinds on that, didn't I? Or the normal blinds here. So scrap that. I don't know why they put a pleated blind there. Seems a bit odd, but I thought they were all like that, but they're not. So didn't get that one right, did I? Anyway, please keep liking, please subscribing, please do keep commenting. And it's great that all the new subscribers come on this last few days. There's been quite a lot coming on, and that's good. And hopefully you'll like the content. And please don't forget, you can see my used reviews and new reviews in Practical Caravan, Britain's biggest selling UK magazine, and 55 years old in 2022. And full of information for new people and experienced caravanners. Oh, and as we're getting near Christmas, don't forget to buy and have a look at the books on Amazon, my caravan history books, etc., which make great little presents for your caravan buddies. Right, I think that's enough to say. Right, I'll love you and leave you. I'll see you on. Thanks for watching.